The sedimentary rocks are classified on two bases. One is on the basis of formation. On the basis of formation, we have mechanically formed sedimentary rocks, chemically formed sedimentary rocks, and organically formed sedimentary rocks. On the basis of agents of formation, we have riverine rocks, lacustrine rocks, aeolian rocks, marine rocks, which are further categorized into calcareous and carbonaceous rocks. So first we'll be studying about the classification of the sedimentary rocks on the basis of formation. So first we have the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks contain fragments from the breaking up of other rocks, and these sediments are also called clastic. Alright, so these mechanically formed sedimentary rocks are also called clastic rocks. So, because of the breaking up of the rocks, the sediments are carried and they consist of particles of various sizes such as gravel, sand, silt, and clay, which is derived from other rocks. And later on, it gets cemented to form an altogether new kind of a rock. Okay, so clastic sedimentary rocks or mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. So here there are some examples. One is conglomerate. The picture on top is that of a conglomerate, and in this picture you can clearly see the individual particles. You can see that there are different sizes of sediments which get compacted with clay and they contain rounded pebbles. So this is called conglomerate. So the next type of rock is the sandstone. So the sandstone is a sedimentary rock which is formed by the consolidation of deposits of sand. Remains of shell-bearing organisms or lime help in consolidating the loose sand particles into sandstone. Sandstone consists of mainly quartz of various sizes. Then we also have shale. Shale is also formed from, it consists of clay size particles which can easily flake or break apart as you can see in the picture. Now the second type of sedimentary rock on the basis of formation is the chemically formed sedimentary rocks. So these chemically formed sedimentary rocks, they are actually not formed from compacting, but they result from chemical process. So the chemical sediments are commonly formed by the process of evaporation of water containing salt in solution. So this is very common in the desert areas where there are shallow lakes. They get evaporated, leaving behind a layer of salt on the surface. These get consolidated into sedimentary rocks. And a very good example is the rock salt, as you can see in the picture. The rock salt, it forms from the seawater with salt. When the water gets evaporated, it leaves behind the salt. So this is how these chemically formed sedimentary rocks are formed. Other examples are gypsum. It is obtained from evaporation of salt lakes such as Dead Sea, which have a very high salinity. Salinity meaning that they have a very high salt content. Now, children, the next type of sedimentary rock on the basis of formation is the organically formed sedimentary rock. So, these are mainly formed from the compacted organic matter, the dead remains, so to speak. So, these rocks contain the remains of dead plants and animals. For example, limestone, it is formed by the skeletons, shells and animal remains. It contains a very high proportion of lime. Alright, so organic sediments are derived by the accumulation of remains of organisms such as the shells of marine organisms. And the best examples are limestone and chalk. Then children, coal. Coal is derived from the organic sediments consisting primarily of the remains of plants. Because of the pressure of the overlying sediments, they get converted into hard coal beds. So coal is actually very rich in carbon. So many million years ago, in those areas where there was lush green vegetation, there when the plants died, Then, they got buried, and because of the pressure of the overlying layers, in course of time, they got converted into coal. So children, uh, the coal has four different varieties, and the formation of coal takes place in four stages: peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. So the initial stage is the peat formation. So both peat and lignite, they are actually inferior quality coal, because when they are burnt, they give a lot of smoke and less of heat. The next is anthracite and bituminous. These are regarded as superior quality coal. They have a very high carbon content. So when they are burnt, they give a lot of heat and less of smoke. That is why they are used in power generation. So the dead remains of plants and animals, they have become hard, and they have got converted into sedimentary rocks or the fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. So children, the sedimentary rocks can also be classified on the basis of the agents of formation. So the mechanical sediments or the clastic sediments, they may be classified on the basis of the agent which deposited them. So when the sediments or deposits are laid down by rivers, they are referred to as the riverine rocks. They consist mainly of the alluvial sediments. Then the next is lacustrine rocks. These are generally found on the bed of a lake. So as time passes by, layers and layers keep on getting added. Then we have the glacial rocks. The glacial rocks, these rocks have been laid down by the glaciers in the form of debris. Debris means the broken material of rocks. So the glaciers in the snow-clad mountains, they are a very important agent of erosion. They do a lot of erosional work. They carry the rocks along with them, and when they start melting, then they leave behind the rocks, all right, which are referred to as that depositional feature is referred to as moraines, and they form the glacial rocks. So the glacial rocks mainly consist of boulders and the gravels which have been carried down by the glacier. Glacier is actually a mass of moving snow. The next is aeolian rocks. So children, the word aeolus comes from the Greek god of wind. So we find aeolian rocks mainly in the desert areas. So these rocks are formed with sand particles brought by the wind. So the deposition of sand particles one over the other makes them hard and form the sedimentary rock. So so, fine wind-borne deposits are also referred to as loess deposits, and they are generally found in North China. Then the last type of rock is the marine rocks. They are generally found at the ocean floor, and they are divided into two categories, that is the calcareous rocks and the carbonaceous rocks. So as the name indicates, the calcareous rocks are those which have a high calcium content in them. So these rocks, they are formed by the deposition of shells and skeletons of sea organisms such as corals, oysters. Alright, so chalk and limestone are examples of such rocks. Then we have the carbonaceous rocks. They have a high carbon content. I had discussed about it in the previous slide. So the remains of plants the remains of plants, they get buried, and then as time passes by, they lose all the elements except carbon, all right, and they come because of the pressure of the overlying rocks, and they form the carbonaceous sedimentary rocks, and the best example is coal, about which we have already studied. So this is the classification of sedimentary rocks on the basis of agents of formation.